AO scan technology. Maybe you've already heard me talking about this. So this uses frequency to affect the cells in your body. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, that's new age. This is weird stuff. What are you talking about? Is it biblical? Well, like I said, our bodies are made of light and water, right? And you've heard me talk before about the Masaru Emoto. I don't think I said his name right. Masaru. I think it's Masaru. The Emoto experiments with water. We talked about the power of our words and how words affect the body because the body is mostly made of water and the sound travels through water faster. And we looked at or I shared with you the pictures of the water crystals and talked about the rice, right? How the words impacted the appearance of the rice, how the words impacted the water, whether it was polluted or unpolluted. This is just an extension of that. We now know that we can measure the frequency of the tone. So, what I don't think he knew in his experiment is that it's not the word itself that was affecting the water or affecting the rice, but it was the frequency of the tone when it was spoken. So now we're learning to use frequencies to affect the cells in our body. You've already been doing this. You already have this technology in your brain, okay? Hear me. Think back to when you were little and your mom's on the other end of the house and you can hear her talking to you. Even if you don't hear what she says, you can read her tone and know what kind of mood she's in, right? We pick up on people's frequencies all the time, and we just didn't know that that's what we were doing. So this isn't some kind of woo-woo crazy experimental new age whatever stuff. When you hear me talk about just like the Lifeway patches are photo therapy, this is sound therapy. You can think of it that way. It's tonal, it's frequency. We're measuring the frequency. So your brain has already been using this technology your whole life and you didn't even know it. So now we have it in an app form where it can affect the cells in your body. It can heal. It can change things. Think about when you listen to music. Let's say maybe you're kind of sad already and you want to listen to more sad songs because it matches your frequency, right? But let's say you're sad and you don't want to be sad anymore. And so you put on something upbeat to try and, like, I'm going to get out of this funk. I'm going to put on some happy music and dance around the room. What are you doing? You're allowing the frequency of those tones to shift your mood. Okay. It's not something wild and crazy. That's what I want people to understand. I'm trying to make it very practical for you. We've already been using the technology. We just didn't know that's what we were doing. Right. So we're using it in music. We're using it even when we just talk to people. You're reading their tone, you're reading the frequency, you're using it to shift your mood, right? So that happens at the soul level, that's emotional, but now we're also seeing it can happen at the body level. Remember our 3 realms: spirit, soul, and body. So this can impact your mindset, this can impact your mood, this can impact your emotions, this can impact your thoughts, this can impact your physical body. A few weeks ago, I had poison ivy. I had had it for 12 days. I posted online, day 12 with poison ivy, no end in sight. It was awful. The dermatologist said it was the second worst case she had ever seen. I had already taken all the steroids. Nothing was touching it. I'd done everything I knew to do, everything everybody told me. I was looking up stuff. I was doing natural stuff. I was doing whatever I could find, sprays, lotions, concoctions, right? Nothing was helping. And then Dr. Darlene Lobel, maybe y'all know her. I've had her on before on the Faith First Leader. I interviewed her. She's a neurosurgeon, and she reached out to me and said, I saw your post. I would love to send you some frequencies to listen to, right? They're just music notes. It's just music notes, okay? Nothing crazy here, just some music notes. I've seen a lot of good results in acute cases with my patients, and I would love to just gift this to you and see if it can help. Okay, so what did she sent me? The tones, the frequencies, right? When I say tones, I'm talking about like notes on a scale, right? F sharp, G, A, B, C, whatever. They're just music notes. Okay, I listened to these. I sent her a 10-second clip, right? Because it uses your voice, it hears you, right? It's reading your frequency, it hears your tone. And so I sent her the 10-second clip. She sends me back the report from the AO scan, and I listened to it 30 minutes. I don't believe she told me a specific amount of time to listen, but I listened to it 30 minutes that night before I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. First of all, I slept through the night, which hadn't happened in weeks because the itching was so bad. My arm and my leg were so blistered that I hadn't been sleeping. So first of all, I slept. I actually slept that night. I slept a good solid like 7 hours, I think, which was a long time. I hadn't slept in weeks. And then I immediately noticed that when I turned over to sit up, my arm wasn't in pain. That was the first time that had happened in a couple weeks, right? And then I start looking at it because I've got it on. It's on my arm. It's on my legs. It's made a band around my waistline and just moved down, right? So my thigh is like 60% covered. My arm is 80% covered. My arm had been so swollen from inflammation and blisters that I wasn't able to bend it. I listened to these frequencies for 30 minutes. I slept through the night. I get up. I'm not in pain. The blisters are gone. The redness is gone. Like it looks like a different arm, a different leg, a different, like noticeably different. And I messaged her and said, I wish I had taken pictures because it looks totally different. I listened to it for the next few days. Not much at all, just like here and there, a few minutes here and there, listening as I thought about it throughout the day. And by day 3, it was pretty much done. It was pretty much done. It was incredible the difference that there was. Let me just read this to you. This is the message that I sent her. Good morning. I wanted to send you a quick update. I've been amazed at the changes I've seen in the last 3 days. The inflammation in my arm has disappeared. It was so bad on Wednesday that I couldn't bend it. It was oozing from the blisters, and all of that has stopped as well. The blisters on my leg are completely dried up. My body has stopped itching, which has allowed me to sleep through the night. Thank you doesn't begin to describe my gratefulness. Like it was a completely different thing. So this is why I'm sharing with you this technology. And I'm actually now starting to offer it to my clients as well. So for those of you already in the membership, you're going to get your individual scan completely free as part of your membership fee. I'm going to start doing that for new people that come in as well, doing your own scan. So you can get the report, you can see what it looks like. There's also other opportunities. There's so much that this can be used for. And so there's so much more I could go into, but I wanted to just give you that quick snippet of what it is. And it's sound. It's a sound therapy.